This is a second stimulus check update. There is a new stimulus check proposal offering a $1,500 stimulus check in exchange for taking the new COVID vaccine. President Trump is now supporting the $330 billion stimulus package offered by Mitch McConnell. Nancy Pelosi is now supporting the new $908 billion bipartisan stimulus package. There is a new stimulus package and check timeline of when you could expect to get a stimulus check and when they would mail them out, and I'll give you all the details of that in this stimulus update. I hope you're having a great day so far. Let's start off with the big news first. They are offering a potential $1,500 stimulus check in exchange for taking the new COVID vaccine. So I'll get more into detail on this later on. I just want to ask you this question first. If you are not planning on taking the COVID vaccine, would you take it for a $1,500 stimulus check? Let me know down in the comments below. If not, what is your price to take this new COVID vaccine? I'm really curious about what you think about this. First, let me touch upon the three stimulus packages. I'll work my way up from the smallest to biggest, and then I'll get into this right here. So first, Mitch McConnell is offering a $330 billion stimulus package, which basically has Paycheck Protection Program money as well as vaccine distribution. So Mitch McConnell said it is heartening to see a few hopeful signs in the past few days and that there was movement in the right direction. He says, compromise is within reach. We know where we agree. We can do this. We need to do this. So this stimulus check does not, or the stimulus package does not have any stimulus checks or unemployment benefits. When asked to President Trump yesterday if he would support this, he said, I will, and I think we are getting very close. I want it to happen, and I believe we are getting close to a deal. So now President Trump, who originally wanted a big stimulus package, big stimulus check, bigger than the Democrats, go big or go home when it comes to stimulus, he's now supporting the $330 billion stimulus package. Let me know your thoughts on this down in the description below. Should President Trump hold off and support a bigger stimulus package that has stimulus checks, or should he go for Mitch McConnell's stimulus package? So Mitch McConnell, even though he is supporting stimulus, it's not enough for the American people. He has a clip of yesterday where he's crying on the Senate floor for the retirement of Senator Lamar Alexander, and a lot of people are upset because he's crying for someone retiring from the Senate and not for the American people, millions of them who are suffering, barely able to feed themselves, being evicted in just a few weeks. Let me know your thoughts about this clip right here.
Still. So I'm going to something else that never changes. How reassuring it is to be weighing and see Lamar Alexander sitting across the table.
I get it. We're all human. We all have emotions. Nothing wrong with crying. I just think it's kind of strange that he's crying for a senator, but not for the millions of hungry Americans that he is supposed to be helping and giving aid to. So Nancy Pelosi is now backing the $908 billion stimulus package, which is a lot less than what she could have accepted before. So originally, Nancy Pelosi wanted the $2.2 trillion package, which had stimulus checks, unemployment benefits, a lot of benefits that could help out American people. But now she's saying that she could support the $908 billion stimulus package, when before the election, President Trump and the White House, Steve Mnuchin, they were willing to give up to $1.8 trillion, which Nancy Pelosi denied. So what Nancy Pelosi recently said is, while we made a new offer to leader Mitch McConnell on Monday, in the spirit of compromise, we believe the bipartisan framework introduced by senators yesterday should be used as a basis for immediate bipartisan bicameral negotiations. So this $908 billion stimulus package does not have stimulus checks. It does have a $300 per week unemployment benefit for 4 months, which I think is good, but it's actually surprising, especially since Nancy Pelosi has been really harsh when it comes to any offers that weren't at the $2.2 trillion mark. She kind of just blew it away, but now she's saying she's willing to accept this. It is crunch time. She also said, of course, we and others will offer improvements, but the need to act is immediate, and we believe that with good faith negotiations, we could come to an agreement. Joe Biden is also in support of this bipartisan $908 billion stimulus package, saying that it is a good start. This just to remind you, this doesn't have any stimulus checks. So Joe Biden, Nancy Pelosi are now supporting this $908 billion stimulus package. President Trump is supporting the $330 billion stimulus package. Everything is kind of going upside down here. Here's a clip of Joe Biden talking about the latest stimulus package.
Right now, the full Congress should come together and pass a robust package for relief to address these urgent needs. But any package passed in a lame duck session is likely to be at best just a start. My transition team is already working on what I'll put forward in the next Congress to address the multiple crises we're facing, especially our economic and COVID crises.
And stimulus negotiations have now resumed, but they are between two arch enemies, Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell. Let me know who is the Grinchiest of the Grinches when it comes to holding back stimulus money from the American people. Is it Mitch McConnell or is it Nancy Pelosi? So stimulus talks have resumed, but now it is between the two most important people for the two parties, Democrats and Republicans. So they spoke yesterday on the phone, and Nancy Pelosi's spokesman said that they discussed their shared commitment on completing an omnibus spending bill and COVID relief as soon as possible. And Mitch McConnell surprisingly said, yeah, well, we had a good conversation. I think we're both interested in getting an outcome, both on the omnibus and on a coronavirus package. So now that they are talking directly to each other, there's no middleman, there's no Steve Mnuchin in the picture anymore. It is just between Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi. Now, I mentioned that there were three stimulus proposals on Monday. Nancy Pelosi supposedly, it's not official yet, but some reports have said that it was a $1.3 trillion stimulus package offered to Mitch McConnell. There's still no public details about that. Also, let's get to the $1,500 stimulus check proposal in exchange for taking the vaccine. So this is offered by former Maryland governor. What he is saying that the faster we get to 75% of this country vaccinated, the faster we end COVID and the sooner everything returns to normal. So this is assuming that the vaccine, which is around 95% effective rate, if 75% of the people are vaccinated, then we can live a better life. And so as an incentive, he wants to offer $1,500 stimulus checks in exchange for getting immunized. So basically what this would cost is, let me find it. I think it said around, yeah, so right here. So the first stimulus checks, he said it cost around $270 billion, but this would cost $380 billion to give people $1,500 stimulus checks in exchange for taking this vaccine. Personally, I just think the vaccine was created way too early. To give an analogy, let's just say a house takes around 9 months to build from zero to a house that you could walk in and live in. And let's just say someone says, hey, I'll build you a house in 1 month. Would you want to live in that house? It may be functional for the first month, first year, but what about years later? Is that house going to withstand 40-mile winds from storms or whatever? Same thing I think about the vaccine. If it was done so fast, we don't know the long-term effects. It may be effective from COVID now, but what's going to happen years down the line from people who take this vaccine? Anyway, that's my thought on it. Let me know what you think about it. Also, in terms of vaccine, it looks like that United Kingdom, England, is going to take the Pfizer vaccine. It just got approved, and starting next week, they are going to have mass vaccination. So making the United Kingdom the first approved country to give the vaccine besides Russia, because Russia's vaccine wasn't fully approved, didn't go through third trial testing. So let me know, what do you think about this? UK is going to have 40 million of the 50 million Pfizer vaccines. Is it better off that they're testing it out and then we could have it later, or should we be the first ones having this vaccine? I'd rather let them have it. So let's talk about stimulus check timeline now. So this is the week. It's crunch time now. So December 11th is pretty much the deadline to have a stimulus check passed in order for us to get stimulus checks before the end of the year. Also, it is the last day that the House is in session because they're going on vacation for another few weeks, but the Senate is going on vacation the following week. So we have a few scenarios here. If the House passes the new stimulus bill by December 9th and the Senate passes it December 10th, then the president signs on it December 11th, that means we could get it probably a few days later the following week. We could get direct deposits, and then stimulus paper checks could be sent and received by the week of December 21st. So I don't know if this is going to happen. It really depends over the next few days. There's been a lot of stimulus news coming out over the past few days and will come out up until the 11th. And that is all the stimulus news I have for today. To cheer up your mood a little bit, here is my daughter Bella's tip of the day.
Hi guys, this is the tip of the day. Want me to tell you the one thing that you should do? You should, when you feel bad, take a couple deep breaths in and out. And also, after that, you can realize that things are better. So, bye.
And if you want to keep the positive vibes going and get in a better mood, I recommend clicking this video over here. It's on my Wise Vibes channel that helps you feel inspired, motivated, and get in a better mood overall. This video over here, it's on Kobe Bryant's 3 pieces of life-changing advice. I highly recommend click that if you want to get in a better mood and get some wisdom from Kobe. So click that video right now, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, be safe. Thank you for watching.